Oh my goodness. Hello. Good morning. We're live. Woo, woo, woo. Good morning. Wow. We have had so many events this morning. And good morning. Happy Wednesday. It's Lauren Greif from Portfolio Rocket. And this is Blast and a Half. And I have two absolutely incredible sidekicks here today. Yes, you guessed it. It's Virginia Franco and Adrienne Tom. I am so excited and thrilled to have you guys on today. And we are talking, if you couldn't read the banner, jobsearchjourney.com. Welcome, welcome, and thank you so much for joining from different places around the world. Adrienne, please quickly introduce yourself, and then I'll move over to you, Virginia.
For sure. Thanks for having us, Lauren. My name is Adrienne Tom. I'm located in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. It's a little early here today. I own and operate an independent practice called Career Impressions, and I'm also one of the co-founders of Job Search Journey.
Fantastic. And if you don't know Adrienne, please don't forget to follow her. Amazing, amazing, fun, and super engaging posts and all things related to resume and job search. And moving over to you, Virginia. Oh my goodness. Woo, 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 woo. Coming from the North Carolina.
Yeah, I am in Charlotte, North Carolina, where it will be 78 degrees today. So I am over the moon. Sorry, Adrienne, cover your ears. So I, like Adrienne, have my own practice, Virginia Franco Resumes. But I am one of the co-founders with Adrienne, and then Sarah Johnson, who cannot be with us here this morning.
Yeah, I know. And so these Charlie's Angels are like seriously the godsend to so many of us in the job search and coaching areas. Such incredible experts, leaders, super, super generous colleagues. And what I would really love for you guys to talk about, and I'll start with you, Adrienne, we'll move over to you, Virginia, is why did you guys create this platform? What was the thinking behind it, and who is it designed to benefit?
That's a really good question. So I think if I go back in time a little bit, what happened was Sarah, Virginia, and I first met here actually on LinkedIn. So we met virtually before we were able to ever meet in person. And then we did have the great opportunity to come together a couple years ago down in San Diego, where we started brainstorming. We all had a shared passion for job search. We wanted to be able to help more people with their job search than just the clients we were able to take on one-on-one. And we saw a gap in the marketplace for individuals who needed high quality resources, but at an affordable price. So we launched initially, it was called Job Search Secret Weapon. And we've since rebranded and renamed ourselves. And we decided as we were evolving and testing the market that we also wanted to make this more of a community-based platform where we could bring on other individuals such as yourself, Lauren, and some of the other people I see in the chat, like Erica and Bob, and have other career experts be able to share their resources and their knowledge and expertise with job seekers, again, at a very affordable price point.
So this is, I actually think that this is an amazing trifecta. High quality resources built by the community at an affordable price. And so this is, kind of like behind the curtains from all your favorite job search experts and making it accessible and affordable. And what I understand is that, you can ad hoc it. You need a little help with interviews, go to this resource. And Virginia, can you share a little bit about the platform itself and what we can expect to find there? Like, so pretend I know nothing.
Yeah, I will walk you through it like you're in kindergarten. So to your point, when the other thing that we were literally sitting around a fire in San Diego at this conference, and we were saying that as I write resumes, but I no longer do one-on-one interview coaching, or there's lots of places where people need assistance during job search, and not everyone needs assistance with the same thing at any time, at the same time. So we wanted to give people a way to give them the tools they need wherever they are in the job search journey. So the platform is like, think Etsy, but for job search, or Amazon. So there's ways to search, whether you're a new grad, or an executive, and all the levels in the middle. Whether you need help with your resume, your interview prep, your salary negotiations, like wherever you are in the pipeline of job search, there is a way to search for that. If you're a fan of a particular seller on the platform, there's like Lauren, you work one-on-one with people, but you have created products specifically for our site. If you're a fan of Lauren's, and you want some support, you can search by the seller. So we offer lots of different ways to find all of our sources, all of our products. I want to say we have like 200?
Close to 200, yeah.
A lot of different products. Start at $4.99, and then there's kits where you bundle that, go in, and there's nothing more than $200, I don't think, anywhere on the site. And what is so unique about it is that we have vetted these sellers. They're people that work day in and day out with job seekers, and they offer super high quality advice. They really know their stuff. So we couldn't be more proud of it.
That's incredible. I really, really like the way that you can mix and match both products, sellers, pricing. So
Yes.
it really is a lot like Etsy. You can do, slice and dice this so many different ways, and making it so customizable for you, for your needs. You may find yourself in a little bit of a challenge with your interviews. Oh, here it is, templates for this or scripts for that. And, certainly available as a great jump starter, and certainly modifiable for your own needs. And so with all that being said, talk to us about what is expected. What is your goal for, as you continue to build this? I mean, you guys started what, like 3 months ago? I think it was September.
Not even. No, we launched end of September.
Wow.
Feels like 3 months.
Still new, yeah.
Yeah.
It's your baby.
It is. Oh my goodness. You have no idea. Yes.
And so, what are things that we can expect to come down the pike that everyone that is listening can expect to find and get excited about? And then I want to talk to, who you mentioned, Virginia, also, if you're a new grad, but also there are other people, other kind of maybe demographics or segments that may be especially keen to going in here. Can you, either one of you, share a little bit about what's coming and who can benefit?
I can. So we see ourselves offering function specific and industry specific resources. So right now, I know that we have resources specifically for sales, specifically for nursing, software engineers, but certainly to open up the platform for that. We also have resources for the US, Canada, and the Middle East. One of our sellers has a big Middle East presence. And so there's definitely an opportunity at some point down the road to scale and grow to serve Europe and in other parts of the world.
Whoa. Okay. So just yet another, way to customize and sort that search, because I would imagine that, even though this is an an even playing field, right? There are obviously nuances, the way that it happens in Canada and the way that it happens, whether it be, certain questions you can ask in some states and certain questions you can't ask in other states, especially about salaries. So regulations and things that are going to be specific to your location. That's amazing. And I like that you're also going to be able to sort by function. So, people in IT have their own lexicon, and people in, nursing clearly have theirs.
Yes. I think our goal is to try, like Virginia said, to bring on even more additional resources for different industries, plus career level is important as well. So we do have information on the site that works for new grad to executive and everyone in between. But as we grow, we want to be more intentional around filling those gaps, as we still have some on the site, with resources from other people who are specialized in those areas.
I love that too, right? The person who's a new grad has very, very different needs than somebody who's more seasoned. And especially now, I would imagine that there are so many variables within each of those because there's a lot of transition in the marketplace. A lot of transition and things. It is, I used to say this when I was on the recruiting side. It's a candidate's market. Hello, employer, you better watch out, because that candidate that you love, that's your number one choice, it's everyone else's number one choice too. So what are you going to do to really retain that client or keep that person interested in your position? So, new grads also a great resource to up your game so that you can set yourself apart in the marketplace and remove some of the guesswork. Executive, you fine tune. I know personally, I have a lot of clients who have been in the same position for, double digit 20 something more years. And so they're rusty. And they may not necessarily, they may be using this as a way to kind of like, fill in the blanks for some of the areas that they have, not been touching for a significant period of time.
That's right. And I'm sure, Adrienne, you probably see a lot of this. People who, the way you write a resume when you're a new grad is very different than how you write it when you are starting to target, mid-level management, director roles, et cetera. And I see people sort of using the same format that worked for them for those first few years and just keep adding it. And it becomes an ineffectual piece of marketing collateral then.
And there's a lot of urgency right now for job seekers to move quickly. And sometimes it's difficult to partner with a professional one-on-one who may have, a schedule of a couple weeks long. So the site offers resources that you can immediately access, download, and plug and play really quickly, quality, get you on the right track. Plus, the great thing about the site, tying to our name, Job Search Journey, is we have broken down each step of the job search journey. There's 7 different stages. And sometimes I think job seekers don't even know where they're at in that journey. And so when they come to the site, they can find themselves there, and then they can see, hey, this is what's coming up next. And they can help themselves proactively prepare for what's going to happen as they move forward.
Fantastic. Can you walk us through, maybe you take the first half, Adrienne, and then you take the second half. Virginia.
The site, hold on.
What those steps are, because I think that it's really, in some respects, blind to candidates when they are coming onto the market. I think that everyone gets to that place and they're like, now what? Like, what do I do? What are the steps? And so, how that journey is essentially mapped out. So please kick us off.
So I can start and just sort of go through the first half of those.
Yes, please.
I was thinking there were 5, but you're right. There's 7. I forgot.
I forget.
So the first stage is exploration and career clarity. It's where you decide, this is what I want to do, and these are the kinds of companies where I want to do it. And so many people, in a fear of pigeonholing themselves, sort of cast a really wide net and say they're open to anything. But we've seen time and time again where that is not effective. And what happens is that people don't really know what bucket to put you in. And so you're hurting yourself. So that first phase of having career clarity is super important. And so we have tools to help you figure that stuff out.
So this might sound like, for somebody like, I don't know what I want to do next.
Right. I know what I hate, but I don't know what my options are.
Awesome. Okay. And then what comes after? What comes after, like the fog lifts?
Yep. So the next is research. So that's okay. I know what I want to do. So who do you know, who do you need to know, and where do you want to land? So that's where you determine, I want to work at a Fortune 500 or a startup. I want to work for, healthcare or high tech. And we give tools to sort of help you deep dive and do that research. Once you have those two first stages knocked out, then it's time to get your career marketing collateral together. And what I mean by that is your resume, your LinkedIn profile, cover letters. If you're in the creative field, you might need a portfolio. There's lots of different tools that you can have at your disposal to create and help you put your best foot forward online and in person, so that when people read about you, they get a sense, they really can quickly tell this is the role you're targeting and this is how you're a great fit.
Okay, wait, so are you calling that one documentation?
So that's career marketing materials. That's stage 3.
Okay, great.
You want to take it from there, Adrienne?
Sure.
Okay.
So stage 4 is networking and outreach, which we all know is a vital part of job search. So our tools are designed to give you different scripts and guides on how to leverage your network and make outreach and talk to people that you need to talk to in order to better support your job search goal. And then that's
a huge one.
It is a huge one.
That's okay. I just want to do a shout out from the rooftops of Chicago and say networking and outreach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because this is kind of like the fuel to your engine. And this can really, and a lot of people, number one, say, I hate networking, or I don't know how to open up those conversations, or I don't know how to scale networking. And, what is even the value of networking?
That's
what
true.
am I supposed to do with this? How is this going to benefit me? And also, how is this going to help me today, tomorrow? And what am I supposed to do with all these people, after I, collect 150 conversations? Now what?
Right.
What can I do
exactly.
with it? So
yes,
really,
exactly.
This is kind of like,
I think a lot of people they glaze over this part of the journey. A lot of people focus on the career marketing tools. That's where they come to first, and they don't always recognize that there's all these other preparation steps that would really better support them.
Yes. So I'm also peppering this conversation with so many wonderful people. Thank you for joining. I want to acknowledge everyone who's here, because these people are also great. They are also people that are behind the scenes who are putting these resources together.
Yes, right.
So Erica, Bob, Tegan, Niatu, so many of them also have been selected as sellers to the site, and you can find their resources there. So awesome. Okay, 100%. Back to the stages. We dropped off at this one where most people
they jump over it.
It's so not intuitive for so many people. We aren't born with the gift of networking and outreach. Some of us are, but so many of us aren't.
Most of us, I agree, are not like nobody comes out of the womb and go, I'm an expert networker, right?
Right.
Okay, and what happens after that?
So this would be the interview stage. So preparing for your employment interview. And we know nowadays that interviews look different than they have in the past.
Talk about that. Can you, in your concise and pithy resume,
the pressure.
Give us what is kind of the key difference for today's interviews and how different they look.
I think it boils down to preparation. You really need to be focused and intentional when you go into an interview. You can't wing it. It's not going to go your way. So that means doing a lot of preparation in advance for an interview. And we have a lot of tools on the site that'll walk you through how to go back and do research again on the company that you're meeting with, and to do research on the interviewer so that you walk into there prepared to have different discussions. It walks you through different types of interview questions, common interview questions, and it provides, and the resources provide an overview on even how interviews are a little bit different. They might not be done in person these days. You might have multiple interview rounds. These things are more common, and we have tools and resources that just arm the job seeker and better prepare them for whatever kind of things are going to come their way during these really important discussions.
Yes. I need a neon sign in the back that says, are you prepping for your interview?
Right.
Yeah.
This is like no matter how many times, folks in the job career space reinforce this, I don't think it can ever be reinforced enough. And it is clearly one of those things that a lot of people still believe is like, a day before.
Or they can just go in and it's no problem. Their resume is already,
Yeah.
Open the door. The rest is done. When in truth, like the interview, yes, they've already decided you're qualified, but you need to now back that up and prove it and really forge a connection so that you're memorable and they can really have a good, true understanding of your level of ability. So it's
and
super important.
a phone screen, that initial phone screen is very different than those last interviews when you're down to the nitty gritty and really trying to assess culture fit. So you need to be prepared for each of those encounters.
Yes. I think that the maybe fear or the resistance to make a hire right now is so much based off of the glue that this person is going to bring within that context of the team, the organization, the department. Is this person, yes, I can see on paper they look great, they've got all these skills, but what's the vibe? Are they reading the room well? Are they somebody that inspires others? Do they have a leadership je ne sais quoi, like something in their background that just says, gosh, I can't let that person walk away? And those things are nuanced in the practice and the practice. So a really, really important area. All right, let's move to number 6.
Number 6 is negotiations. So if you've gotten to this point, it's really important to know your value, know what you're worth for the type of role and the level of role, and then the strategy behind it. If you're going to negotiate the salary or the offer, what different things can you negotiate? Should you negotiate? And how to go about doing that. So there's scripts and resources on the site to support that as well.
Excellent. Yeah, our seller, Kate Dixon, is one of the people who's going to do the salary negotiations. She is awesome, and women in particular have a tough time tackling this, and so I just love her tools for helping women approach this in a way that's effective.
Yes. Okay. Women who are trepidatious about negotiating, this is like like your Fort Knox. Literally, this is a place where you can go and have somebody who is speaking to you. This is not also something that a lot of people have practiced with, are comfortable with. And most women, I know I have a number of women that I've worked with that have come back after their negotiations have been done and said, I am no longer a negotiation virgin. And I'm like, it's like this big rite of passage because that is such an important part of the journey and for your value, for your self-esteem, and for your career, because you don't want to just, kind of settle for that, especially.
Right.
And number 7.
Number 7 is what we are calling future-proofing your career. And this is you've landed the job and you're off and running, but you should always be focused on what's next. You should have a career management plan in place. I think if this past 2 years have taught us anything, it's you need to be ready for just about anything. And that involves, staying abreast of job search trends and the market and doing professional development, upgrading your skills. All of those things are really important. So even though we've helped people through the entire journey of landing a job, it doesn't end there. You're now wanting to stay prepared for the next time that you're potentially going to be in this process.
Fantastic. I love this. We're talking about future proofing as the final stage, but I'm also just collecting a couple of the other great shout outs. Marnie, thank you so much. Marnie Kerfman talking about networking is a huge hurdle. I amplified that for many job seekers. This is where we as coaches, advisors, advocates must educate and encourage job seekers the most. And I am very much in agreement with that. And then Alicia, thank you too. Kate Dixon's book, Pay Up, is an incredible resource. So, this is awesome. And then finally, Marty, thank you so much. Love the idea of scripts that can help people succeed on this journey, and negotiation Fort Knox is in order. Yes, for sure, for sure. And so, one of the things that I want to just have you guys talk about, because you guys have, in fact, taken not only a lot of the guesswork out of this, but have created a go-to resource, a place to go. And I hear so many people, and we hear it all the time on LinkedIn. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. So tell us, is this, everything is through jobsearchjourney.com, right? And so somebody gets there, and do they sign up? What do they do when they get there?
You can search for the products without signing up, but I think to check out, you have to sign up. Yeah, you set up an account. It's just like Etsy or Amazon. You need an account to download things into your cart. But what's cool is that once you have that account, if you and order something, let's say you download it, but then you lose it, you can access it again through your account. You can provide reviews of the products. You can save things for later on. It's super one-stop shopping oriented.
Fantastic. These, surprisingly enough, if you want to tell people to put it on your holiday list,
100%. It's a great gift, and we're going to have gift certificates soon, so that
we're working on that.
You can potentially purchase and give the gift of job search to a job seeker in your life. That would be a great idea.
That is an awesome idea. Very portable and very immediate. So
and it doesn't require a supply chain to get it to you. So it'll be you can show up in your stocking
right away.
I love that. So please, everybody, check out Job Search Journey. Coaches, I want to encourage you to also make sure that you share this with your clients, because there may be other things that they want to use as a stopgap, or as a fill-in for an area that they need to drill down to more. New grads, this is so awesome. People who are in situations where they just really need the intel now. Right? Sometimes you might not be able to get in touch with somebody. Sometimes you may have an interview that comes up overnight, and you're finding yourself in a situation where you don't want to risk it. Or, anything that you're building research on. How do you approach that research in a systematic way so you're using your time effectively? And, this is time is money when you are either not employed and worried about income that you're not generating at the time, and also negotiation on the back end. So, it's really an incredible resource that you guys have put together. And I am just awestruck by the amount of liftoff that you guys are getting, the amount of products that are in there. As I understand it, there is a little bit of a wait list. Is that right? To actually start additional sellers?
Yeah, that's right. We are we want to really take care to vet people, make sure that the seller quality is high, because we know there's a lot of noise out there, and people come to this site because they want to know that they can trust the products that are on there.
Absolutely.
But if people are interested in selling on the site, we are interested in hearing from them.
Yes,
so they should reach out to us, and we can get that process started, even if it's putting them in the lineup and telling them that we'll be able to circle back hopefully in the near future.
And there's a way to do that through the website.
That's right.
Awesome. Awesome. So on a day-to-day basis, make sure that you're following both Virginia and Adrienne and Sarah. We
That's
miss
right.
you.
Yeah,
And,
I'm Sarah.
and then also for anyone to be able to access these resources, there is no better place than jobsearchjourney.com. Please, this is a way that the job search and coaches can be more equitable and available to essentially anyone in the marketplace. And I am so grateful for how you've democratized this and how you've made this such a robust and also affordable destination. So I want to thank you personally from the bottom of my heart for taking this initiative. And I also want to speak on behalf of job seekers everywhere and say, like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for everything that you've done, your time, your collaboration, and how inclusive it's been to the entire community. So everyone,
appreciate that. Thank you,
Yeah,
Lauren. We
thank you,
appreciate
Lauren.
having you involved, and everyone should go and check out Lauren's products on the
Please,
site as
yes,
well.
they're wonderful.
Yes.
yes, yay! Hi, Jennifer, and Michelle. Also, you know, this is I never even thought to monetize my resource.
Absolutely,
I always
Tegan.
go away.
Yes.
So I love this idea. Win, win, win for everyone. So have a wonderful Wednesday, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone who joined today. And we will see you next week with another special surprise guest on Blast and a Half. And thanks for waking up so early, especially to you, Adrienne and Virginia. I know she's just like basking in the sunlight. I could feel it.
It's not even like sunrise here. Yeah.
All right, everybody.
Awesome.
Have an awesome,
Thank
awesome
you.
Wednesday. I'll talk to you soon. And you guys can stay on. Okay, bye-bye.